Should be good on both.
Okay. Our cameraman has a tummy ache today, so we are trying to attempt live with Wes going back and forth.
I mean, I'm probably fine. I mean, I'm just gonna.
You're live.
Turn your volume down.
The volume is off.
Turn your volume off.
Volume is off.
All right.
Hey, we got people.
Hey, let me
Okay.
get.
Hey, all you people. Oh, we should put music on.
Okay. Right here, you can.
Okay. I will be reading. Hey, people are here. Hi, Tom. Hi. Send me free PP. No, Eric. Oh, sorry. You said PP19. Yeah.
Good meme.
Aaron, send me free stuff. Ask your brother.
Yeah, your brother works here.
Your brother can get you free stuff, not us. Hey guys, how are you? Yo, what's up? Hey, what's up, people? Yes, how is YouTube? Do you like the YouTube? I think the YouTube, personally, I like how the YouTube looks, but you let us know. Double Bell AKS 74U be able to get HBA? I believe so. I think the double. Are you talking about a double Eagle? I think you meant a double Eagle. Double Eagle 74U is using just a regular version 3 gearbox. You should totally be able to just HBA that with any standard version 3 HBA unit setup. You might need a different nozzle, but it should be SEMA spec, I would say, as far as the nozzle goes. But otherwise, yeah, you should be fine. There you go, sir.
SEMA spec.
I like our bird's eye view from the Instagram camera.
Well, okay, so for anyone who's wondering why, is Instagram, since it's vertical, if I'm not in the ultra wide,
yeah,
we would need to be literally sitting like this. And that'd be super weird.
No.
So there we go. That looks better anyway.
Yeah, that looks really good.
Yeah. So unfortunately for Instagram, you actually see the light up there, which is kind of it drives me bonkers. But you know,
we need like phone holders, but not blocking like.
Yeah, I mean,
like that.
We'll be all right.
I have the one on my desk.
Yeah.
Like, hey guys, there's comments.
I mean, that could work too. I mean, I want to do something because I mean, truthfully, the text doesn't get bigger on the computer over there.
No, it does not. I mean, we could actually magnify the computer screen itself.
True.
And then we could read it across the room.
That's true. Yeah, I could do that. Well, we'll do that next time.
We're playing with things. We're figuring things out. This is a work in progress. It looks a lot better. Wes has put a lot of hours into it, but now also Copperhead is taking a lot of hours.
What? Yeah.
Yeah. Copperhead is a beast.
So when is the Baja Blast gonna be for sale? If this place sold Baja Blast,
we'd all have diabetes.
I would literally never I'd probably actually get burnt out from it.
Yeah, probably.
For real. Like
I switched to like a different version of Rain or some other energy drink probably every 3 months because I get burned out by it. This is the longest standing one though, and it's been pretty good because it's not jittery or weird, making me feel those ways. Talking.
He was actually talking about a double bell AKS.
Oh wow. Okay. So the double bell furthermore, hang on. Let me do some things.
To the internet.
Hey
guys, I recently bought an E&L AK12, but I can't find any information on how to set the MOSFET. And there was nothing in the instruction manual. I would assume for like switching burst settings and things like that, right?
So there.
E&L.
Sorry, I was looking at the double bell.
Looks like a SEMA. Or maybe not.
Yep, it's a SEMA. It's not a SEMA. It's a SEMA. It'll work with anything that you would use for a SEMA AK-74U. It is just honestly just another clone of a clone of a clone of a clone at a very decent price for an AK-74U. But yeah, any version 3 AK HBA unit will work for it. It comes with most of the version 3 HBA units come with an AK length nozzle and a SEMA specific AK length nozzle, so you shouldn't have to change anything. If you do, it's going to be that nozzle. Otherwise, you're fine.
There you go.
Yep.
But for the E&L MOSFET,
Oh, the new one?
I assume
Like the inboard, the like in.
I recently bought an E&L AK-12,
Yeah.
but I can't find any information on how to set the MOSFET, and there was nothing on the instruction manual.
Can you do me a favor and email us that question? Because then we're going to reach out to Moss for you, which is the manufacturing group that oversees E&L, and then we'll get a PDF of how to do that, and then we can just send it to you because you should have gotten information on that. Now, I will say this is not specifically for this AK-12, but this is across the board with a lot of different AEGs that come with MOSFETs. Some of them aren't programmable. I do believe the AK-12 one is programmable, though, a little bit, like trigger programming a little bit. But do me a favor, email that in, and then what we'll do is we'll reach out to the manufacturing group, and they should be able to send us like a PDF of the instructions, and then we'll just send you that PDF, and then we'll have it on file for anybody that needs it.
Right. You'll be good to rock and roll.
Yeah.
I'd love to film an adult film in the Amped store after closing.
There's a couch.
We do have a couch.
There's a couch.
Next to the pool in the basement.
Yes.
So
definitely no videos have been filmed on that couch ever either. So
you must stay here a lot later than I do. Oh my God, gun wall! It's here. You're a week late.
You are a week late. I was surprised that
we
this
had it
comment,
last week.
Yeah,
I was ahead of the game this time, and I told you. I said I would do it. I promised I would do it. The time frame I didn't promise.
Yeah, no.
But here it is. A whole new studio and a whole new thing for you to look at.
Gun wall.
With guns that never get used.
Wow. Yeah, they don't get used.
The only one that actually
Eric
gets, these two get used. Eric uses his.
This gets used. No. This gets used.
Yeah, now someone broke it.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know who that person would be.
So that's sick.
Probably not our cameraman who's not here.
Logan breaks everything. Anyway, I just ordered a CM.035, and is there any handguard that will fit it, like tactical rails?
Looking up exactly what the CM. See, here's the thing. These companies' nomenclature of like what variant it is, if it has a wired stock versus a full folding stock or stuff like that, I don't know memorized off the top of my head. I'm apologizing for that, but if I pull it up on my phone, I can
if
figure
you
it
did memorize that off the top of your head, that'd be CM.035.
CM.035. Okay, let's see. No, let's do Airsoft because now it's trying to give me other things. Thanks, Google.
Send me for you. CM send me for you.
I think. Oh yeah, it's
Matrix
a 7 for you.
Yeah.
Okay, so the older ones you could modify some stuff. The newer ones, it's going to be really hard to fit some aftermarket stuff on there, unfortunately.
That's what we always say in the lives. If you want a AK that you keep stock externally and it'll run forever, buy a SEMA. Yeah. If you want to modernize or modify the externals besides the side rail and the stock, buy LCT, E&L, and Arcturus.
What I would say is that,
in my opinion,
if you really don't want to get a new gun, which I understand why you wouldn't, and you really want externals, just be aware that you are probably going to have to modify any external upgrade you buy for that particular models. Like he said, pretty much any SEMA model, because they are not designed with aftermarket in mind. They are designed with this is just going to be a starter gun. This is going to be what you get. And it's going to never die on you, probably, because they are almost bulletproof, which is hilarious. But
they do not.
Yeah, I know that there's guys who have been able to fit some of the LCT. Oh my gosh, what's the real steel name of that company of the rails?
Zeneco,
yeah, the LCT Zeneco clone parts. There's ways of fitting it that involve a lot of dremeling. Let me put it that way. So you can fit them. You just need to be comfortable modifying it after you buy it. So it's not just drop in. Like a lot of other things could be. Just be aware of that. But it can be done. Just be comfortable modifying or have a buddy who's comfortable modifying.
Dremels.
Dremels are like the universal tool that is just for every single weird pain in the ass thing you need to do with airsoft teching.
Harbor Freight's also your best friend.
Harbor Freight is the just god of tools.
Not God of Tools.
It is God of Tools.
That's a very strong statement.
It is the God of Tools.
I love Harbor Freight, but I'm saying when it comes to getting tools to tech, that's the place to go.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think I got everything I needed, and I still use it to this day for like $45. I want to do a video on that.
But just Harbor Freight
Well,
tools.
like get started teching what tools and like where to go.
You just walking to Harbor Freight with a cart, and it's just you just being like, this tool.
Yeah, I mean, that would be cool. That would be neat. I think that'd be interesting.
I'll just have like a GoPro on my head and just be like, Wes.
We'll be halfway through the video and like, sorry, you can't film in here. And I'm like, oh, like, and I'm putting everything back. Like,
he just starts. We just start transitioning over, and then a winch for your truck. Welding equipment.
Oh boy.
I just got my first gun a few days ago. It's a Seamanship 045 high speed AKS 74U. Only issue I'm having is that the flash hider is ridiculously tight. Yeah, another thing about SEMAs is it's not just SEMAs, it's about AKs in general. Their flash hider sometimes be a little bit hard to take off. Generally with SEMAs though, it is just about, applying some heat to that. Sometimes there's grub screws, and sometimes there's also a recessed spring-loaded pin because it's an AK style. So look for the grub screw, look for the spring-loaded pin right about there on the flash hider. So like your front sight and then flash hiders right there. There's a little spring thing that goes back and forth right here. That was really useful, actually.
It's always good to have AKs lying around.
But check for that too, because you might just be getting caught up on that. Those two things, if those aren't there or they aren't movable in any way, then it's just probably glue. Apply some light heat with a heat gun. Don't use an open flame because it's just going to melt the plastic thing, and then you're going to be stuck with it on your threads. Or, hot tip, and not really recommended, but it does work really well if you take your inner barrel out, boiling water in a pot and hold it in there for like 3 or 4 minutes. But take your inner barrel out because you don't want, hot water going up and screwing with your bucking and everything.
Yeah.
But that would be what I would say. The little pin is past the hole on the flash hider. Little pin is past the hole. I would still try and take it out and see what happens. Oh, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about like that flared style break.
Yeah, that thing sucks. You just gotta break it.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah,
and then I would take a cutting Dremel wheel to get the rest of it off because you do have to kind of break that one.
I just paint them.
Yeah.
My SEMA still has a stock orange tip on it, but it's painted.
I put one of those crank. Or actually, I put that on the crank blaster on it because I love the crank blaster. It's so cool.
Does this one have one?
Yep, that's what it has on it.
Okay, I didn't know. I don't know how many of the blasters I have.
He's been up late nights prepping everybody else's guns for Copperhead.
I don't work on guns. I never have. Never built anything. What's the best way to sell old airsoft stuff besides hop up in Reddit forums? Local swap meets.
Yeah, local swap meet would be the next thing.
Yeah. October 14th, conveniently enough.
Yep, we'll be having one.
We have one.
And then there's another one at Odin's, I think, December 2nd. That might not be official yet, but I think there's going to be one. There's been talks of one December 2nd, I think was what Isaac was saying, because he sometimes organizes one.
I don't know.
So if you guys are in like the local area, Odin's is in Ohio, like Cleveland area-ish. It's right near Cedar Point if you just want to go to Cedar Point and then sell some airsoft stuff.
But swap meets are good. But yeah, man, like Facebook's dead. Can't do that. It used to be so much better. Now you can't. So hop up is still, like, in my opinion, the best way to do it.
There's some Discords, like AMS has a Discord, like bigger Milsons have active Discords that they create new channels for new events, but oftentimes they have dedicated channels for gear sales. So if you can hop into one of those Discords, that might be another way, because it's not just like Reddit forums, but it is like a little bit more of like a dedicated area for you to do that kind of thing, and it's not going to get taken down.
Yeah,
local swap meets are going to be the best way, though, honestly.
Yeah, besides the two you listed.
Yeah.
Opinions on the MTW Gen 3s.
Okay, so we went down there for the fun techie meetup thing that we did a video on. Wasn't able to talk about that stuff at the time because they were going to release it a week later or something, and now I can't talk about it. Very cool, some minor, but I think very good upgrades to the MTW. Specifically, let's talk about the feed tube in the magwell. I do like that design a lot better than the like Gen 2 design. I also like that they're getting away from the big rectangular bracket that holds the engine in place in the upper receiver. They're going back to that bridge design. It's a lot less material to deal with. It's a lot easier to take out. It's not as breakable. So a lot of positives, a lot of, I think, tweaks that are just kind of ease of quality of life. Like words I'm not good with today, but there's a lot of upgrades that are just they're a lot easier on the end user. They're a lot nicer. They're a lot more manageable, and they make a lot of sense why they went with what they did. There are a lot of small ones, and they're also starting to get rid of a few different SKUs that don't move that well, and they're trying to focus on just like the one SKUs that seem popular and stuff with different stuff. Like the MTW 9 is a particular one. They've gotten rid of a lot of their wider, a bunch of different styles of MTW 9, kind of focusing more on like one style that seems like people are just going to change after they buy it anyways.
It's very smart because there's no need to have so many variables, and it helps to get the manufacturing times and getting things out to you faster.
Yeah, so in general,
just hones in on one.
A lot of positives with it, but not, earth shattering. Like it doesn't run on batteries, but it's still optical or something. Like, I don't know how we did that. It's nuclear powered, solar powered airsoft. Like, it's not anything like that, but it is definitely a lot of quality of life upgrades. That's what I was trying to say. Quality of life upgrades. Yeah, there it is.
It always happens eventually.
Yeah. But definitely cool. There's no reason if you have a Gen 2 or a Gen 1 for you to like be like, oh, I need to sell my Gen 1 or Gen 2 to upgrade to a Gen 3, I would say. But if you are now getting a Gen 3, there's some nice upgrades with it too. I really do like them. I always think that they're really thinking ahead of the game a lot of times of what they're doing.
Wolverine is very impressive, and honestly, their products continue to show that. If you want to pre-build M4, like
you can ask all of Op 4 how they like getting shot with my MTW last weekend. They did not.
Wow. What's the blue gun at the top? This is the PimP machine.
The what?
PimP.
Like the PIM particle?
PimP.
Oh. I was thinking Marvel. That's actually way better.
Yeah, PimP. This is Eric's Lancer Tactical. Is this like the Gen 3 or something?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. It's like it has a MOSFET, so it's actually quite snappy. It's just great for indoors. Very lightweight. Very Speed QB-esque, I would say. But if you guys watch Smiling Friends, you'll recognize Cowboy PimP. So, great show if you've never watched it. Smiling Friends is hilarious.
It is.
And we need a new season.
It is absolutely hilarious. You got it. You can do it.
I got it. Oh, my goodness.
So anyways.
So I was curious. I want to come work for you guys, but I can't move quite yet. When should I apply for a job there? Also, how could you HPA the Pacer Tactical M240?
Probably the Lancer Tactical M240, actually.
Yeah. The first one, we have a career page on the website, so you can actually go and look at all the available positions there at Amped on our main website. Honestly, the sooner, just send in your application, and when you're ready or we're ready, you just hit us up and
there's been a lot of people who've put applications in and we're like, hey, you seem like a cool candidate, but right now we're not really hiring for we don't have any positions open, but we'll file your resume, and if something opens, we'll hit you back up.
Right.
A lot of times we do that.
So if you're in there, you're in the system, you have a better chance than waiting until something happens and then jumping in. So but yeah, that's what I would do.
One thing I will say, we do get that question a lot of, hey, I want to move because I'm not ready to move and work for you guys, but I do want to come and work for you guys. The one thing I will say about that is I really, really love the love that we get as a company.
No, absolutely.
But what I will say is factor in all of the life changes that would happen with that before you commit to any type of job change that's going to make you move for it. you know, let's have a conversation. We generally, if you are interviewing for something like that and you are moving, we generally have a conversation with you about like, okay, are you willing to do all these life changes and work here? Because if you're a good candidate, that's great. But if you get burnt out personally because now you're like missing your regular lifestyle and you did it to come here, we don't want you getting burned out in 90 days and then being like, man, I don't know if I can do this because I miss all my friends and stuff. Just keep that in mind if you're trying to move here and stuff. That's something that I think a lot of people like they don't really think about too much if they're just trying to jump in head first. So just keep that in mind before you decide to do that. But we'd love to have all of your applications and then see where it goes.
Well spoken.
Yep.
The other question, what was the HPing the Bravo?
The 240 Bravo, it's pretty much a M60. Like, just think of it as an M60. Like, it uses a 249 style gearbox like the M60 does, but it's a longer nozzle. It is a little bit of a proprietary hop-up. It's not an M60 hop-up. It's not a 249 hop-up. It is its own weird thing. But it does take an M60 nozzle. So you would just need a 249 kit and then an M60 nozzle, and that should get you set up. If there's any other weirdness there, we can definitely work it through with you. That should actually be going up on our website fairly soon as an HPA build that we're going to be offering, just standard on our website. One thing of note with that gun in particular, I did not know this until I started messing with it for one of our friends that was buying it. Their box mag is really weird. It's like a clear plastic rectangle, and it's very flimsy plastic. It works. It actually cuts down on a ton of weight, which, I mean, makes sense. Just be careful with it because it seems a little bit delicate. Now, it's run fine. I've seen it running fine, and it works. It seems just crushable, so be aware of that.
That's all you want.
Yeah.
How is CQB in the arena? The arena is doing well. We actually did some changes this last week, which is super, super dope. We're also had the G&G qualifiers this past weekend, which was super fun. We were one of 3 places in the US you come and do that.
Yeah, had some great times.
And we are starting to kind of get our ideas together for visual modifications to the field, so it's not just plywood. Doesn't really change how the field plays particularly, but it is one of those things we really like how it looks when it's all done compared to just plywood.
Guys, send us in some comments of what you would like to see with the visual changes and stuff, and then we could maybe work those in as we're doing these visual changes.
Right. So,
like, I've heard a few times, like, I want a blacked out field. I'm like, that's interesting. Or I want neon, or I want
black lights, or I want, a junkyard, or like
junkyard. That was the other one. Yeah.
Like houses and things like that. There's lots of ideas. It's really, really cool to hear them. This field is for you guys. It's not, we want it to be something you enjoy using. So at the end of the day, your ideas are what's going to make it better.
Yep.
Very, very exciting stuff. I want to see it look a lot better. I mean, I love how it plays. It's tight. It's nonstop, which is what you want out of CQB. But who wouldn't want it to look a little better?
Yeah.
So we're working on it. Baco Tel Baja Blast. Yeah. It's the best. I don't care. You're going to have a...
No, I'm up to this.
Have a swig.
My kiwi apple.
Now that you have the gun wall, we need an amped pull stream. All right.
We can work on it.
We could see. We'll have to look at we might have to do like swimming shirts. I don't know if we want to.
I mean, everybody already sees my chest paint like every live. Other than this one. Hang on, I'm sorry. There we go. We'll just do that the rest of the
We almost had one live. Avengers AK upgrades parts fit SEMAs too. Some of them, yes. Some of the SEMAs are very, very strange. I need to do a video comparing those because it's so hard to visually understand what I'm saying with the words rather than seeing what I'm talking about. So that'd be a good one as well. VFC or TM Scar and why? Well, that Tokyo Marui Scar is pretty insane. I'm not even gonna lie.
Recoil shock or just regular TM Scar? Because recoil shock.
Well, the recoil shock's in its own little world, in my opinion.
I will be honest, VFC all day, and that might be controversial because TM is God, but
I'd rather work on a VFC.
VFC has better, I think, externals as well. They're not as creaky. They're not as like
That gun's a creak machine.
That's what I mean. Like I like
I
the
love
build. I like the build quality of a VFC better than in this specific instance. I like the build quality of the VFC Scar better than the TM Scar. There's also everything's based off of TM specs, like everything is. But I do feel like it's just a little bit more manageable to work on a VFC than it is a TM because of the build quality. You can kind of be a little bit more like it'll hold up a little bit better while you're working on it than a TM would. You got to be a little bit delicate sometimes with TMs. That's just how they are. But that's my opinion.
We love TMs. They're cool. But yeah, I'd probably rather work on a VFC.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to work on a Scar regardless. I don't like Scars.
I love my Scar.
I just don't. I don't know. They're not worth the headache for me.
They are a headache. They definitely they're
Ambi.
the Ambi, it overcomplicates stuff a lot. I've done it enough, and we've done it enough in the tech shop where we kind of got it down to pretty much a science of what we got to work. Because there are specific headache points when building that gun that we've done it so many times. It's like, okay, whatever. We know we have to do these little things to make it work and go fast, whatever. Now. But if you're doing it by yourself for the first time,
pray.
Yeah, just reach out to us and we could probably give you some pointers before you start opening up the Pandora's box that a Scar is.
I like Scars. I mean, like, I mean, I like how they look. I really don't. There's not for me. I'm very contradicting when it comes to with myself. If you couldn't tell.
Yeah.
Whatever, Tom.
You have a Supra.
You don't have to talk about my.
And then
vehicle.
a Cressida.
Those are like.
They're very different cars.
They're actually not.
They're
the
very different.
MX-73 Cressida shared the same drivetrain, the same rear suspension and differential and engine as the Mark II Supra. It's literally a luxury Supra. That is how it was marketed.
One literally looks like a rectangle with doors on it.
Well, mine's an MX-63.
One is a Supra.
Mine's the older one.
One is a Supra.
The MX-73 is literally a Mark II Supra.
I'm here just to antagonize him and give Airsoft info, and that is the only point of me sitting here.
Oh my god. Leave me alone. Oh hell yeah, you guys are going to Copperhead? Are you playing COS or UFS?
UFS, I believe. Tan.
We're in the desert. I don't want to be a green bush.
Well, last year it was very green in Copperhead.
Well, okay, 1 year.
It was very green in Copperhead.
Bush? What the hell?
Yeah, no, it was we showed up and I'm like, wow, this looks like Ireland for a second. Because it was raining for like 2 weeks before we got there, and it was just green, just grass all over the place. It was like super weird.
Yeah, it was strange.
It was very, very weird.
This year, last year, everyone's like, I'm running green this year. And it's going to be dry as a bone.
Oh, yeah.
And then you're going to be like, shit. Like, I messed up.
It was funny because, like, we hit, what is it? We hit, like, Texas?
I don't know.
And it changes very drastically over from mountain, like, and grass, and then it's just desert.
Yeah.
What point is that? Like, when we hit,
dude,
like, Texas, you should know this.
I hit go on a GPS, and I don't stop driving until I get there.
You should be aware of your surroundings at all times.
There's a desert over there. There's a desert over there. I mean, what do you want me to do? That's just all.
It's all desert.
It's all desert. Anyway, do you know if they will make the new feeding tube system that will work on the MTW limited edition, or if they will find a way? The Gen 3 feeding tube you were talking about?
I'm assuming that's what you're talking about. Yes, I do believe Rich was talking about that would be backwards compatible. I think that would be backwards compatible, so you could put that on a Gen 2 or a limited. I think the limited edition is the Gen 2, not the Gen 3. I don't know if they're gonna make that like publicly available. You can go buy that on our website. I think if you email them in though, they'll be like, oh yeah, we can hook you up with one of those. Like we'll just grab one from the machine shop. I think you can hit them up and they'll let you know. Generally, they're really, really chill about that. Like if you want a specific part, like you've lost something specific and they don't sell on the website, which they sell a lot of their like spare parts on the website. But if they don't, they'll probably be like, oh yeah, man, we'll take care of you. No worries.
Yep. That's one of my favorite things that I enjoyed learning. They were just like, yeah, we just keep, we have parts.
Yeah.
Which is awesome because it allows you to keep your stuff.
Their customer service guy I was talking to, Sam is awesome. He was like the old Storm regulators, not the Cat 5, but like the old ones. He literally went around to everybody in their office. He's like, I don't care if it was a demo or a gift or whatever, they're mine now. Because they changed to the Cat 5, which means they changed parts around. And so he went around and grabbed every single one. He's like, these are now property of customer service. So that if you guys email in and you have a problem with your old regulator because the parts really aren't being made anymore, he has a stockpile of them to still help you.
Yeah, the effort is amazing.
It was very cool.
Polar Star versus Redline versus Wolverine, and why? Vic, in this day and age,
this question gets asked every
all these engines are super good.
Yeah.
So like in today's day and age of HPA, there is not an engine that's just like, ugh. Yeah. I would never use that. I mean, we've used everything from Polar Star, Wolverine, Redline, Mancraft,
Protec,
even Protex.
Yep.
Like the Protec wasn't a bad engine; it was just a bad
Tippmann stuff, Vulcan stuff.
Yeah, the V12's questionable.
The V12's questionable,
but you can't even buy it anymore,
and the Tippmann recoil system. I love. It's also the most cursed thing on the planet as well.
I think it's cool.
It's very cool. It's cursed.
But the thing is, the nice thing about all these engines is they all kind of offer like a slightly different aspect to or different, like very slightly different features per engine, per company. So they're super easy to, you can pick which one's going to work best for your application.
Let me put it to you this way. I'm going to answer this as fast as I can, succinctly as I can. Polar Star, Wolverine, Redline, across the board, all have single solenoid units, right? Okay, so let's compare all three of those really quickly. Polar Star is a standard open bolt style system. It pushes air out and the nozzle moves forward and it moves backward as there's no air. Okay, cool. Pretty very simple way of looking at it. Wolverine, slightly different way the air flows and how the nozzle moves forward and then how the air comes through. It's a little bit like it is a truly hybrid design. Okay, so it's a little bit different. Okay, moderately same price tag. They still shoot BBs about effectively the same way. And then we go to Redline, which is a closed bolt design, single solenoid unit that then fires air out. Okay, realistically across the board, like Wes was saying, you look at the differences in how each one of those flow air through them and how they fire and see which one works best for you and what you want to do with tuning and stuff. And that's the one you want to pick. If you want something simple and you just have a brand affinity that you want to go with, pick the single solenoid of each company that you like. They're pretty much going to perform within 5% of each other, plus or minus, If you look at it, each brand, then past just the single solenoid ones, because that's easy to compare across the board. If you look past it of their library of different options that they offer and their customer service across the board is honestly very good for each company. Polar Star has the most different units, I would say, or one unit that does a lot of different stuff, and then Wolverine, and then Redline. So if you want something that you have a wide option set, Polar Star. If you want something that has just very good units, and Polar Star has very good units as well, and so does Redline. Basically, at the end of the day, like he said, there's not really a lot of difference between three of them. There are certain ones, but I would say whatever your brand affinity is, just go with. You're not going to have a problem with any of these brands or their customer service stuff. They are very good with customer service, which generally differentiates companies.
Mm-hmm. And most of the time, they have parts for them too. All of them. Yeah. So we have a Seamanship question, Tom.
Oh, they're back. Yay.
Here's your question. I got to head off in a sec, so I'll post the answer after the question. What is the most common size of a container used on a container ship? A, 40 foot, B, 45 foot, C, 20 foot, D, 53 foot.
A, 40 foot.
That's the one I was going to pick.
Well, I guess you can't.
We can pick the same one. That makes sense. So why would it be at 45? It wouldn't be 20.
Well, 20 foots I think are the half size. So I am a little bit concerned that I'm thinking of the big containers is probably what they're using most of.
And I'll go with C. 20 foot.
What, 20 foot? Okay, so you're gonna go C. I'm gonna go with A.
All right,
Let's see what it is.
Eric, no cheating. Eric says, I swear I've never cheated at these. All right, I'll take this as a compliment to my intelligence. Anyway, answer is A, 40 foot. We shall see the argument.
Yes.
No argument. I was just freaking wrong.
I think you should be allowed to get that one because, like, we should be allowed to pick the same answer.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay. It makes it more fun.
Yeah, actually. All right, so 1-0 starting the new season of Seamanship questions.
That doesn't count. That was a warm-up.
No! Why is there a warm-up?
Because you...
Why is there a warm-up? Who said there was a warm-up?
I didn't mean it was a warm-up. I hate you. I hate you so much. I can't do this.
You just don't like losing. Like a Monopoly.
Because
yeah.
you cheated.
I didn't cheat.
I
didn't even win.
It doesn't matter.
Liz won.
It doesn't matter who won. You cheated.
Liz used the blue panels against everyone and obliterated everyone.
You cheated.
I didn't cheat.
Yes, you did.
I did not cheat.
Yes, you did.
I may have talked other people into selling properties that they didn't know what to do with.
No, it was
specifically Tony.
Rolled an 11. Rolled a 7 and was like, all right, that's where I go. And it was more than 7 spaces. It was more than 7 spaces.
You picked my piece up like 5 times after I did just to verify, and I was right every time. I was right every time.
That's cap. Cheating.
He does not like losing.
That's why I don't play board games,
with
man.
me in particular.
All of you would feel the same way if you had to be around this man for so long. Eric says, nah, she creaks, but construction is sturdier than VFC garbage.
I don't
Eric, I love you, but
I don't agree with
this
that.
thing creaky more than VFC.
Like, you could see it flexing.
Vic says, Ugg life. Yeah. Scar, Ugg boot.
Ugg boot.
I like Ryan's Scar with the MOE stock. I think that looks
that's
cool.
good. Yep.
Not that the Ugg boot looks bad. It's just, I think the MOE is really cool. Hell yeah, UFS. See you guys there. We will see you there. Get your pre-orders if you're doing that for Copperhead. Wow.
Oh, we caught up. Wow. That's awesome.
Wow.
So,
ask your questions.
Ask questions. Until then, we'll probably talk about Copperhead or some other thing. But yeah,
I kicked the lights.
Oh my god! You kicked my kick light. Actually, this is my eyes. That actually really is bright. God.
You didn't know that when you bought it?
I didn't buy this. This is company property.
You didn't know that when Kurt bought it?
Kurt got this like years ago, dude.
You didn't know that when Kurt bought it? Or Kurt gave it to you?
He didn't give it to me. It's the company's.
Well, yeah, he gave it to you to use for company purposes.
Okay.
Never mind. Anyways, Copperhead.
Okay.
Let's talk about Copperhead.
Long drive ahead of us.
Yes, I don't get to go this year. Because
Tom's like, I don't get to go. Like it's like, oh darn.
I don't have to drive 36 hours.
Yeah, like,
oh no.
Oh man.
I do
Have fun, guys. Like
I do like Copperhead.
No,
it's one of my favorite trips to go on.
It is long.
I have old friends wedding to go to, so I will not be going, and he gets to go instead.
Once I'm down there, it's fantastic.
Yeah, but it's
36.
It's honestly not even getting down there. It's
coming back, man.
Back. It's like
I have legitimate like flashbacks
to last year
of driving back.
Last year was we made a fatal error coming back.
Fatal.
Of like, let's just leave. Okay, we'll go through a national park in the middle of the night.
We work the whole weekend.
Yeah.
Blazing heat. I'm in the sun. I remember even like the back of my neck was so red because I had the raffle's so long at Copperhead because there's so much going on, and which is awesome because I mean, lots of stuff. Like who's going to complain about that? But we always go last, and so I'm standing there, I'm baking, and then we do the fire sale, and then it's like, oh my god, we have to pack up.
Yeah.
And then we pack up, and it's like, oh my god, we gotta go put all our stuff from the house in the truck. Oh my God, we gotta get on the road. Oh my God, there's like college weekend. Oh my God, the next hotel's 2 hours in the next town over. Oh my God, it's 4 a.m. and I'm bleeding out of my eyes. Like it literally was just this like this. It wasn't real.
And then so he's in the one truck and he's behind me.
Oh my God.
Just staring at the back of the trailer for like 6 hours.
Dude, those taillights, I swear, like they look like out of a like synthwave like movie where like you would take a turn and the trail of light would like follow behind. And I mean, my eyes, I'm like not blinking. I am so tired. It is like I've never been more exhausted.
Me and Connor were in the lead truck.
Bonkers.
And we were losing it. I was delirious driving. Connor was calling hotels left and right, trying to find hotels that had anything open. And he's right. College week, there was like 2 big colleges in the area, and all the hotels were booked because it was family week or something like that.
Dude, a Holiday Inn was $400 a night.
Yeah. And it was like, okay, no. Like, no, we're not doing that.
That's insanity.
And it was craziness. It was honestly the craziest, most catastrophic domino effect that could have happened in the middle of the night. It was horrible.
Correct.
But
we survived.
And all the hotels are now booked.
Yeah, we pre-booked everything this year.
We
learned from our mistakes.
The entire trip is now completely booked ahead of time. Every detail is hammered out and it is done, and we died ahead of time to do that. But we slept in our own beds after we died.
Yeah, so we're good. The Carbon Tech 14.5 LVOA is my dream rifle.
Okay. Why?
Jeez.
Why? Tell me why. Why?
That is a cool rifle, though.
Yeah.
I think the LVOAs are pretty neat. They're not like my number one go-to, but I think they're pretty cool.
I like how they designed it with a recessed barrel.
Yeah,
I think that's very cool.
The rail is very unique.
Yeah.
I think LVOAs are like one of the most distinguishable M4s.
Oh yeah,
that are out there.
Yeah.
So I think that's really, really cool.
Hey man, just got a tank. How does it work? Sit in the pilot seat, move the turret, and then hit the boom button. That's how a tank works.
I hate how witty that was. That was quick. You even had me in the first half. I literally was like, I thought, dude, I seriously was like, I thought you were gonna say, just sit on it. And I was like, whoa. We don't do that around here.
No. So if you're wondering how to fill your airsoft tank, first off, confirm that you bought an SLP tank for your HPA setup and not a high pressure air tank.
What?
An SLP tank with super low pressure tank.
You can run either one.
You can, but certain regulators can't use.
Well, then the first step would be, what tank do you have and what regulator do you have? If you have
what
SLP,
size tank do you have?
If you have an SLP regulator,
What
the tank
reg
needs
is
to
on
say SLP.
And then what reg are you putting
If you have
on
any
that
other regulator, you can use any other tank. And then you just go to like a scuba shop. And then you fill it up. You ask them to fill it up.
Or your local outdoor field generally has a compressor.
Paintball
stores are good.
Fields.
Dunham's, if they're around you, fills CO2. I don't think they do compressed air though.
No, not to my knowledge.
So yeah, tanks.
You go to your okay. You get your tank. It'll be out of air because it was shipped via the mail.
Empty tank.
From that point, you just need to go to a paintball store, a scuba shop, or an airsoft store that fills tanks or field.
Air.
And you do that. You go there and you ask them to fill it. They're going to fill it up depending if you have a 3,000 PSI or 4,500 PSI. They can tell from the side of the tank. If it's an aluminum tank, it's probably 3,000. Moving forward, you fill it up. When you get home, you want to take your regulator that you bought, confirm that your tank, if it is printed SLP on the side, you will be able to use any regulator on the market. If SLP is not printed on the side of your tank or tank head, you cannot use an SLP regulator, the regulators we make. After you've confirmed that, go ahead and screw your regulator onto the top of the tank. Thank you. Once you do that, you'll see the pressure in the gauge on your regulator potentially move. If it doesn't, the regulator will include an Allen key or you twist the cap until the pressure starts moving through the regulator. Once it does, connect your line, and you're good to rock and roll. Ew, he drank my bomb.
Yeah, that's how tanks work.
No, but seriously, that's. Try your local air store. Thank you, Eric. But yeah, that's genuinely like how to do the tank thing.
I think I did a very good illustration of how that works.
Opinions on putting an underbarrel shotgun on MP5 for the meme though.
Oh, for memes? Hell yes.
I mean, yeah, go for it.
The crazier it is, and it has to be a 20-inch barrel underbarrel shotgun.
Oh, like just an absolute
like just cut,
behemoth.
Yeah, the underbarrel shotgun should be longer than the MP5K. Like double the length.
You just said MP5.
Oh no, it needs to be an MP5K because you're not allowed to have stock.
Jeez. That would be ridiculous.
That would be memey.
LVOA gang. I was only going to ask.
Inferno Gen 2 versus Polar Star Jet F2. Very different systems. One single solenoid that's a hybrid design with how the air flows through, and the F2 uses two solenoids. A lot more controllability with the F2. Higher price for that though because you have two solenoids. And the Inferno Gen 2 is a very ruggedized system that is pretty consistent for a lower price. It's very quiet.
Very quiet.
Very, very quiet.
That was one of the things I've always been blown away with the Inferno.
It's a hybrid system because the nozzle goes forward before the air actually starts to come through.
I know. I'm just saying it blows my mind.
Yes.
It's very cool. Very quiet.
So what I would say is determine how much tunability you want. Like if you're going to be nerd level tunability, get an F2 because you want the most tweaking possible. If you just want some slight tunability, you don't really want to think about it. You want to just go run this thing at events. Just get an Inferno is what I would say. Like depending on your nerdness is what I would say, and your wallet too.
Yeah, the price is different.
The F2 is like $150 more.
I think the F2 is $427, and then the Infernos are like what, three something, 320,
360, something like that.
Eric says under barrel MP5K on full size MP5. I agree.
Yes,
100%.
Yes.
I'm empty, and you just flip it upside down.
Bang, 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 bang.
I don't even know where my MP5 is.
You're just using it.
When?
We went to what outdoor event did we go to that you took it to?
Zulu?
Yeah.
That was like months
That
ago.
was a month ago. Yeah, it was. It was a month ago.
No, it was not.
It was.
No, it wasn't.
It was. It was a month ago.
I'll look up. I don't want to leave the
I
line.
don't either. This is the one time we can't actually confirm this. I think it was a month ago.
It was much longer than a month
That was
ago.
Gun Gamers, right?
No,
No,
it's
not
American
Gun
Metal
Gamers.
Sim, you
American Metal Sim.
dingus. Yeah.
Oh, that was 2 months ago. That was 2 months ago.
Not wrong.
There's something in between. We used it. That was a month ago, and therefore I'm right.
Hi, Oops. Welcome to the live.
Wow, I was so thrilled. You sound so thrilled.
I was.
I know. So
What do you want me to do?
Hi, Oops. Hello, Oops. Welcome to the live. That would be better if you did that.
That'd be a lot better. Tom. I hate you. We're scaring people off.
I don't care.
The best paintball mask.
Probably just a JT paintball mask. If you're just looking for very simple, serves every need you would ever have. It is bulky as hell.
He's asking about the best.
Oh,
I'd probably say a
die i4. Yeah, die i4
or the i5.
I say the i4 specifically because I don't like the cam system that the i5 has.
I
Because
think
then
it's
I can't
pretty
put a helmet
cool.
on.
A helmet?
Yeah.
Why are you wearing a helmet with a dye mask? It just shouldn't happen.
Because mill speed.
But it just shouldn't happen.
Mill
I'm
speed.
saying, like,
what if I want to run my NVG with my diamond?
you're not going to.
But I have.
When?
Never.
Exactly. So the i4 and i5 are awesome. Some of the new HK Army masks are actually pretty legit too.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What's
What's that other brand we have?
Well, we have Tipman as well.
No. That like other really high end one. It's in like that fancy case.
The Evolution thing.
Is that it?
Yeah, but I think that's Tipman. It's just it's a different.
Is it? Nah, it's something else. Someone.
I know what you're talking about. Oh wait.
Push.
Push.
The push
Yeah.
ones. Yeah, those are cool. Yeah, thank you, Moose. You remembered.
Yay, Moose.
I didn't.
Moose.
But yeah, they're good. So
Die 4 with a helmet is the way to win.
Eric goes, "Oh, you're talking about safe face." Eric, you kill me. Like this, where does this stuff come from? I remember those masks though. The safe face mask used to be like, whoa, that guy's got the like yellow smiley face guy.
Oh God.
You know, like whoa, like it was
Army of Two mask.
Oh, hold up. Don't hate on the Army of Two mask.
They said that for a reason.
I had one. Dude, they were neat.
They were cool. I like them.
At least I wasn't wearing a die with a helmet.
It's mill speed, man. You're behind the times. Mill speed is the new wave.
All right.
I think if I say that enough times, people are just going to start throwing hate in the comments because a lot of people hate the term mill speed.
It's a contradicting term within itself.
Absolutely. Mill speed, though, is the new way.
All right, well, have fun. You drank all my Baja Blast,
No,
bro.
I took a sip.
That was all of it.
For illustration
Good.
purposes.
You just drank all of it. Oh my goodness. What was the Eagles are coming to play at the Bolt Bash? Oh my god, we were dying today.
What?
So I think it's the Eagles. Eric, come in here and correct me if I'm wrong. But we were looking it up and we were like, bro, the some very famous old band is playing in Pittsburgh the night after the Bolt Bash, and we were like,
really?
yo, let's reach out and try to get them here. And I forget what band it was, but oh my god, cry laughing. Can you imagine?
I mean, let's just get them.
Bob Dylan presenting Bolt Bash.
Bolt
Like,
Bash, shut down,
so, Eagles and Steely Dan. That's what it was, bro. The Eagles and Steely Dan are coming to the Bolt Bash. They're in Pittsburgh, so technically there's a chance. We're reaching out. We're gonna
Please reach out.
We're gonna reach out and
I
see.
really want to
Yeah.
see what this actually becomes.
The Eagles and Steely Dan appearing at the Bolt Bash.
I mean,
Can you believe it? I think
stranger things have happened.
we'll just get Eric to dress up as Steely Dan. And then he just he's right over there. You know?
There he is.
Like, you know.
And check it.
What's up, man? Welcome.
It's totally right over here, right, bro?
I think we need to get our mascot done. That's what we need. We need the costume
What,
done.
Little Wes?
No.
We need Little Wes.
Larry.
Oh, yeah.
We need to get the costume made.
Of Larry the Lightning Bolt.
Yes, we need to do that. You are going to be Larry.
Not what?
You're going to be in the
What?
costume. Yeah.
No, I'm
You
not.
have the energy for it.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
I have the energy to be not okay with that.
You have more energy than anyone all the time.
Have you been in my office?
No,
Oh.
I don't come in there anymore.
There's a reason. It's the dead zone.
Yeah, it's sad in there.
It's sad.
Yeah.
We have a lot of projects. Just...
Tom is Larry now.
No, I am not Larry.
Larry bobbleheads.
No.
Eric, what is your obsession with bobbleheads, dude? Oh my god, the most breathable paintball mask?
Die.
No, that's absolutely incorrect.
Yeah,
Honestly,
that's wrong.
the JTs are probably the most breathable,
the JTs,
just because their gaps are so large.
yeah, most breathable.
yeah.
Honestly,
everyone says dies suck.
no. There's
Most
a
of that.
is it a HK? It might be. Some company makes a paintball mask that is a literal mesh lower connected
that's-
to an actual paintball mask, and that is the most breathable because wire mesh lowers are the most breathable thing on the planet.
Oh, poop! I don't know.
I think that's the evolution. I think that's the Tipman one. That like
yeah.
the different Tipman mask. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, push is really breathable. Oops goes, hello, Larry.
No, I am not Larry.
Nerds. Thank you. Please send all. Please send. All right, if you guys actually have old bobbleheads, send them to Amp's address. We have an idea. For
And
them.
say it's for Eric, please. Just Eric at Amped Airsoft, and just say that's who it's addressed to at Amped, and they'll all get to where they belong.
We have a plan for bobbleheads, so just if you have old bobbleheads, send them in. I'll even shout you out on the Instagram. Just include a note, and I'll
Write your name or Instagram tag on the
Send
bottom
it
of the
in.
feed of the bobblehead,
and you're in.
yeah.
Free shout out. So send in your bobbleheads to 2250 Noblestown Road, Pittsburgh, PA 15205.
Yep.
There you go. All for you, Eric. The Helix is not bad either.
No, the Helix is
Oh,
good.
yeah,
The Helix is good.
I will let the hordes know about the new Larry. Thank you.
No.
Yes.
Guys, I can't be Larry.
It's Larry himself.
Guys, I can't.
Oh, it's
He has way more energy right now. I think he should be Larry.
no. No.
See?
No, because you can't. I'm not Larry.
You're Larry.
No.
You are living like Larry.
This is what.
I can't.
Stop kicking my light over. Fix it.
I'm
Fix
trying
it. Fix
to.
it right now.
I'm trying to. It's now facing you. Don't look down.
Each bobblehead will get you a ticket, raffle ticket for the Bolt Bash.
That's actually pretty good.
Yeah. Can you please fix the light?
I said don't look down.
No, it's shining at the camera. All right, there. Fine. Stop touching it. My eyes hurt. Now all I see is Martians. I sniffed too much Flex glue, and now all he sees is Martians. Anyway, yeah, we'll have Moose as the sign spinner and Tom as Larry.
No.
Chug your drink, Larry. I love all of you. Thank you. Thank you. This is great. I was told there was a Larry. Dude, you guys are amazing. I love this. Hey, Larry. Oh, my God. It's amazing. But, yes, send in your bobbleheads. Come meet Larry October 14th at the Bolt Bash. Tom, even I have an idea.
This.
No,
I'm
I
not
have an
doing
idea
this.
that you'll actually like. But seriously, come to the Bolt Bash, the 14th. There's a Facebook page made for it. And they amped Larry.
No.
Dude, I'm
No.
telling you, this is the greatest idea ever.
No.
So, all right. But seriously, check out the Facebook page for the Bolt Bash. It's the 14th. Just search Amped Airsoft Community Swap Meet or Amped Airsoft Bolt Bash. And seriously, come out. It'll be a lot of fun. And it's a swap meet, discounted gameplay for the field, and tons of raffle prizes, tons of sponsors sending stuff in.
Night vision demo stuff.
Night vision stuff. And we have food truck.
Food truck.
Chicken.
Waffle.
Is it waffles?
Yeah, chicken and waffle.
Oh, chicken and waffles.
Chicken and waffle.
And then there'll be some deals going on in our retail floor. So it's a good time to come get stuff. Make an amped Larry patch. I agree. How do I live like amped Larry? Dude, this is the greatest thing ever. ATF will have your Larry patch at ATF.
No.
Church of Larry.
No.
Woo! Well, this is the greatest thing ever. And I will have something special for Bolt Bash. So this is great. This is fantastic. So we are coming down to our 1 minute mark, though. And if I don't stop the Instagram live manually, it will put it into the black void, and I'll never be able to upload it for you guys to watch. So
thank you guys so much.
We are going to see you in New Mexico very soon. Get your pre-orders in and come to the Bolt Bash.
Yep.
Check it out. There'll be more posts about it shortly, but hey, I'm going to close it out with All Hail Larry. And we will see you guys next week for the Lunchtime Live at 1 o'clock. Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Now I have to do it manually now because
Thanks, guys.
things are broken.
And behind